Hi, and welcome to the Balancing Act Local Edition. I'm Monto Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and influencers who are making a difference. So let's see who's making news right here in your neighborhood.
On this episode of The Balancing Act, support and educational development for children with autism, uniquely designed athletic gear, a premier orthopedic and physical therapy center, plus lots more. Today on The Balancing Act.
Up first, a story not to be missed.
Every child is unique, and the best school for one may not be the best for another. Choosing the right education atmosphere for a child with autism involves careful consideration of various factors to ensure that your child's unique needs and learning style are addressed.
Autism Academy for Education and Development was founded over 11 years ago by a wonderful woman named Laura Newcomb. Kids First, it's what do kids need? Part of our mission is to support students academically, socially, and behaviorally. Autism Academy takes the ESA scholarship as full tuition payment. We have tuition amounts, however, we help support families, so there is very little out-of-pocket cost for families to attend our schools. Autism Academy has the families involved throughout the entire admission process, and we are very transparent in really showing what our school provides to students. We teach in small group rotations so that they're not sitting with 15 or 20 kids all at once in one teacher. Having that small group and that attention with an adult and a teacher really stands out in seeing great progress in shorter amounts of time.
Within the walls of Autism Academy for Education and Development, students are offered the opportunity to collaborate, communicate, think, experiment, and reflect throughout each day.
We have stories of kids that have been in public schools and they're either picked up because of behaviors or they're basically in a corner crying because they just don't feel like being at school. We change that for kids when they come with us. I love our building blocks. They're located in the front of every single one of our campuses. Our first is Kids Come First. That is truly what we do here. Our second is kids are friends and welcome each other with open arms. The other is that the classrooms are quiet. And the last is that parents see improvement in their students. Therapies are all in-house. We do have speech, we do have OT. Our students will either have their therapist come into the classroom, work with them. They'll either get pulled out to the therapy room. We also have some therapists that go off campus with our kids for like those community building experiences. Our curriculum has been refined throughout the years. We have curriculum that just really encompasses like all varieties of kids with autism. I think what we offer for our families is one, their kid is safe at school and their kid is going to start liking school again.
Autism Academy for Education and Development offers options and support when you and your family need it most.
Autism Academy has been a family to us. The ways that they've supported us really have been just to be there, to listen, to work together as a team, and to meet whatever challenges happen head on. They started with, well, what things do work for students with autism. And in doing that, they were able to build a school where every little detail works around what works best for the learning for students with autism. This school has changed my son's lives.
When I first started at school, I was like real scared that I didn't know anyone. And then I made friends through the years. Other kids might want to come to this school because there's a lot of cool friends you can make and there's cool teachers you can meet. Teachers and the staff here are like very caring to the students that are in the classes. I like music class because I feel like a superstar and there's a lot of instruments we can learn and how they work and what rhythms we can make and what songs we're gonna do for concerts. I'm just like a superstar on the stage. I'm just like a superstar.
The strategies utilized by Autism Academy are aimed at providing students with the skills and knowledge to make decisions, be successful, and open doors for career development.
Part of our transition and vocational program is the Bridge program, and it helps really bridge students after high school to what their personal goals are. Some of those things include internships for our students and opportunities to work in the community with partners that understand students with disabilities and students specifically with autism. Autism Academy is really a place for the family to find a connection, to find community, but also to offer the best education for students with autism in Arizona.
To learn more about Autism Academy for Education and Development, visit the website at aaed.org or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
These amazing stories keep coming, just like this one.
When playing sports, it's important to think about your body's safety. You wear a helmet to protect your head, a chest protector to prevent injury to your chest, and even gloves which provide protection for the hands. However, there is one other important area for male athletes that needs protection too. Today, let's learn about the ultimate solution for protecting oneself. It's a sensitive subject about your sensitive parts.
NuttyBuddy was invented by Mark Littell. He was a remarkable man. He loved life and baseball and people, and he made it to the show in 1971 as a professional baseball player. He won a World Series ring with the Cardinals. After that, he went on to coach for another 20 years. He figured out that 50% of his athletes would not wear an athletic cup because it was so restrictive and uncomfortable. So he took pen to paper and went to ASU and worked with one of the industrial designers there and invented the Nutty Buddy.
Sports like baseball, lacrosse, hockey, martial arts, and many others involve physical contact or the risk of impact from flying objects. Wearing the Nutty Buddy provides a physical barrier that can absorb and distribute the force of impact, reducing the likelihood of serious injuries.
Nutty Buddy is an athletic protective cup, best athletic cup on the market today. Not only anatomically correct to where your testicles lay naturally, but when force hits it, it disperses it to the pelvic bone and not onto the testicles. And so it makes it so the testicles do not erupt and have any type of damage. Some of the people that wear them as well are your umpires, you have your stunt guys, you have your security guards. It's for any type of activity that you want to make sure that your boys are protected. 30% of our consumers are women who want their husbands or boyfriends and sons to be able to have babies and grandbabies. And so we want to help, have that legacy for them as well.
It is crucial for male athletes to prioritize their safety and consider the potential long-term consequences of not wearing appropriate protective gear.
It's important to wear a cup because you need to protect your family jewels. Wearing a cup is one of the most uncomfortable things you can wear in sports. Truthfully, being a catcher, playing my entire life, having lots of friends, do the same thing. It's at a certain age when your parents don't make you wear a cup are the people that kind of make or break the rest of their career. The comfortability of a cup is, growing up, you got different types that either go up, go down. Being a catcher for as long as I caught, one of the most important things is being able to obviously bring somebody else in this world so they can possibly be a catcher as well. The Nutty Buddy cup allows you to feel comfortable and use that day to day without knowing it's there.
Its award-winning patented design helps ensure your comfort and safety.
When we talk about the Nutty Buddy, we're also talking about the three-piece system. The first layer of defense is the lock core compression shorts. It's a patented product that has 4 specific materials that are engineered to be able to hold your core as well as your junk close to your body, snug to your body, similar to a sports bra for women. What the lock does as well is give it a place for the cup to kind of nestle up against, kind of lock into place. You then have your lock jock that again uses the same material. And our jock is the only jock with this thickness and comfort. And then you slip in your cup and put the cup into position. We have the only athletic cup out there that has 5 sizes, so we can have it for all men and boys and starting with the youth. Size does matter, but the reason size matters is because of the height of men and boys. We want to be able to protect the entire anatomy, and we're able to do that with the 5 sizes. So, the Little League boys can be wearing it as well as the Major League guys. We have 2 different styles. We have our Classic and our Flex. Our Flex has a thicker rubber around the edge, so you are able to move more freely. It gives a little more give to you, such as for MMA fighters or positional players. The Nutty Buddy Cup is also made in the USA. It was very important for us to keep it here in the US, and it is made with a polycarbonate material that is similar to what is used in bullet-resistant glass.
Nutty Buddy is trusted by some of the most popular influencers in the game.
I'm a baseball content creator for Momentum. It's a YouTube channel. We're about to reach 500,000 subscribers, which is really awesome. We do just about anything you can think of that's baseball related. So a few months ago, we had NCAA softball legend Hope Troutman come to our facility, and it was basically her job to pitch to Eric's sim. And Eric's having a tough time hitting her, and I call the first changeup for the day. So she's getting ready to pitch, and keep in mind, I'm not wearing a cup. So she's getting ready to throw a changeup, and it skips 4 times before it hits me. I try to block it, hits me right in the nuts. Next thing you know, video goes viral because we post it everywhere. And I kid you not, the next day, Kathy shows up with a Nutty Buddy for me. And from that point on, I was always wearing a Nutty Buddy. So always protecting the boys, even when I'm catching the girls.
What's so much better about Nutty Buddy for me was, again, just the peace of mind knowing that I'm well protected. If I take a shot, whether it's a misplay ground ball or if it's a foul tip, I'm not worried about it, like if I take one, to the boys. Our homemade glove video, and we're in the outfield, and then I'm wearing full catcher's gear, and I have the Nutty Buddy on, and I'm just knocking at it. I'm like, shout out to Nutty Buddy.
We've used the Nutty Buddy plenty of times. It's something that whenever we are in the situation that we think that the opportunity for getting hit in that area might occur, we go straight to a Nutty Buddy. When I wear the Nutty Buddy, I know for a fact that, I have the best shot of protecting the boys that I got. So for what we do, and for as consistently of the amount of times we put ourselves in tough situations, it allows us to just go about our day and just do what we do.
If you or someone you know is an athlete, then give Nutty Buddy a try. It doesn't hurt to try it out, but it will definitely hurt not to.
The Nutty Buddy Cup is not just for baseball. It's for everybody, whether you're in law enforcement, you're in UFC, whether you're playing hockey, baseball, football.
What was amazing about Mark is that we make fun of what's happening, and he stood in front of a pitching machine, and we have these funny videos, but at the end of the day, this is very serious, and we want to have that conversation because it is uncomfortable. We are promoting health and safety and, your legacy.
For more information about Nutty Buddy, visit their website at nuttybuddy.com or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
We all know how important staying healthy is. Check out our next story.
Have you ever sprained an ankle, tweaked your back, or injured yourself playing a sport? If you have, then you've probably been through the hassle of running from office to try and get a diagnosis, imaging, and treatment. Imagine if you could get your diagnosis and your treatment in one place. Introducing the modern way to tackle pain relief.
I got into ultrasound when I was a student in physical therapy schools. I've worked as a physician extender essentially my entire career. I worked to bridge the gap between rehab and the medical department through the use of ultrasound. Most people treat their body like a rental car and don't want to do something about it until it's impacting something in their life. That's the majority of who we see in this setting. We provide a diagnostic level of care to make things so much more efficient, radically efficient compared to what you see in the mainstream physical therapy box. This is for anybody who has a problem that's impacting their life in a joint or their spine and their neck or their back that is impeding the function of what they do on a daily basis. Here at Modern Physical Therapy, we specialize in outpatient orthopedics, treating a range of patients. When you notice a problem that's impacting the way your body functions during the day and is taking up mental space, that's when you want to go get it checked out. The typical course of action with a lot of people is they go see their primary care. Their primary care says, oh, you got some shoulder pain, go to PT. Okay, and they go to PT maybe for a few weeks, they're not getting better. No imaging, no other course of action. Then PT is like, you got to go back to where you came from. And so then that sparks a whole cycle. So when a patient comes in, on day one, we figure that out. We specialize in non-surgical management of musculoskeletal conditions.
As a physical therapist, my specialty is in biomechanics and sports medicine. My subspecialties in MSK, or musculoskeletal ultrasound. One of the benefits of modern physical therapy is that patients can come directly in or from a referral base, and they can get physical therapy evaluation, they can get their imaging done, and they can have a medical evaluation all in one day. So it saves the patient a lot of time and energy throughout all that process to having it all under one roof. On-site imaging is the musculoskeletal ultrasound, and we have x-ray on site as well. We have the standard physical therapy approaches that you would see in most physical therapy or rehabilitation programs. We do have the dry needling, myofascial, the soft tissue work. We do all the exercises. We have decompression tables. One of our locations does have aquatic therapy. It's under a non-weight bearing scenario, so you can work on joints, you can work on things with less pressure. So the sports medicine side, on the medical side, also has options for injections or procedures in-house that can help with patients' pain. We have a lot of variations and varieties of treatments. Anybody that has any type of pain or problems, we pretty much got that handled. We are really the ultimate one-stop shop. You have everything here that can accommodate any of your pains or problems, from physical therapy to sports medicine and imaging and everything in between.
Finding the right place for your therapy needs is essential.
When you hear about a place, you always want to check reviews. Once you start seeing those glowing reviews about all the doctors that work here, you really brighten up and you really gain that confidence of wanting to come to a place like this and really see what they can do for you. They want to get to know you, they want to get to know all your underlying issues so they can further help you build all those strengths. I would tell any friends, if you have any issues, get in there and get help, because you will thank me later.
Better communication is key to better outcomes. And no one does it better than modern physical therapy and sports medicine.
Customer service starts from the moment you walk in the door. We know that it's the patient's time and they're in pain, and we want to do everything in our power to make them better. The top level diagnosticians here at Modern Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine essentially go through a residency program to get them through the board certification for musculoskeletal ultrasound. After treatment's done here, the rehab team does build out an elaborate and individualized home exercise program.
Currently, we have 4 locations in the East Valley. We're here in Mesa. We have Chandler, Tempe border, Sun Lakes, South Gilbert, and in Peoria. We do offer platelet-rich plasma therapy. It's a form of using your body's own healing capacity to address what the problem is. I have access to this information, and it is so cool to see, all the uses of it and how it's emerging.
To learn more about modern physical therapy and sports medicine, visit the website at getmodernmedicine.com or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
When legal aid is required, what you need most is someone you can trust, as we find out in this next story.
Facing criminal charges can be an immensely challenging ordeal, both for you and your loved ones. Do you know where to turn to for help? What type of attorney you should hire? The choices can be overwhelming, and that's precisely when R&R Law Group steps in to assist.
Being able to have a good working relationship with your attorney is really one of the most important things that you can have in selecting the right attorney. You need to be confident that they're going to be able to get the job done for you. And that's really where we use that team approach. We've got multiple people that are looking after your case for you. Oftentimes when you're found in the criminal justice system, it's a new experience for people. We've gone through years of training. We have years of experience in dealing with the courts, the judges, and the prosecutors. People think that they can go in and just talk to the prosecutor and be able to resolve their case, but you have to remember that the prosecutor's on the other side of the table. They're trying to get a conviction. And if you go in trying to represent yourself, oftentimes you can say things that you don't mean to say, or you can say things that you don't think would harm your case, but later could hurt you down the road. That's why we believe it's important to get an attorney as soon as you have a criminal allegation against you, or even an investigation. It's important to have an attorney from the get-go.
R&R Law Group takes pride in dissecting the swift pace of the criminal justice system to guarantee that you and your case are treated with equity and compassion.
Safety, clarity, and hope are our core values here at R&R Law Group. We need to provide a safe place. A client feels safe with their legal team so that they can open up about what's going on in their life and what's going on with their case. Once you have safety and you feel that trust with your legal team, well, then you're going to be able to listen to your legal team, and that's what provides the clarity for you. We're going to give you exactly what's going to happen in your case, provide you the steps that we're going to be taking to resolve your case, and then that's what lands you on hope. We want people to know and understand understand that there's hope for that future. Even though that they're in the criminal justice system right now, or that they've got a legal matter that's pending, that it's not the end-all be-all of their lives. We're very optimistic with all of our cases that we have. We believe that we're going to be able to reach the goals of our clients. We really are challenging the government to make them be able to prove their case, and that we're going to be able to get the job done. That's exactly why you need to hire an attorney, because there's a lot of things that go into the charging of the DUI. And a lot of people think, if I'm just charged with a DUI, well, I'm guilty of it, then I should just go in and plead guilty. But that's not the case. Our approach is the government has a very big job in order to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that they did their job correctly. As we're going through negotiations, we'll present different options to the prosecutor in order to try and resolve the case in the way that the client wants. Some want to avoid jail, some want to avoid felony conviction, some want to avoid a criminal conviction altogether. And sometimes trial is necessary, and that's how we can become even more successful, by showing our clients that we can win at trial, going to trial, and being successful.
Taking the time to plan and make necessary arrangements ensures that individuals receive the proper representation.
Whether you're facing an investigation, whether you're facing a charge or a case that's already been filed against you, the most important thing you want to do is hire or at least seek legal counsel. We offer free consultations, so at a minimum, it doesn't hurt to call in and get an idea of what you are facing. With DUIs, for example, there are timelines for when things with MVD need to be filed, there are hearings that need to be met, a lot of different aspects of a criminal case, even if it is just a misdemeanor offense. You'll be able to know what the next steps are once you've spoken with an attorney or somebody at the firm. When you sign on, whether it's an investigation or whether it's a full-blown case, you will have a team by your side from the very beginning. That team is always meeting. We have multiple attorneys at R&R Law Group. We have meetings in the office on a daily basis. We talk about cases in order to make sure that all of our resources and all of our knowledge is pooled together in order to work as the most efficient team for whatever your case may need. As long as you have a good team by your side from the very beginning, you're set up for the best possible resolution that your case can obtain.
For the best possible outcome in your case, R&R Law Group is here to help you.
If at the end of the case you resolved your case with a plea or a guilty verdict happened at trial, and you'll have certain terms that you have to complete. Those terms can be classes, installing an ignition interlock device. We can help with those things. We have partners that we use in order to assist with the ease of completing those terms. The first time somebody finds themselves either charged criminally or in the criminal justice system, or even being investigated by a police agency, we're going to help you navigate the different nuances that can happen. Knowing the complexities is important, and having the right guide by your side is one of the most important things you can do for yourself.
To learn more about R&R Law Group, visit the website at rrlawaz.com or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.